Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi petrified as the Brazilian Seer allegedly came from Brazil with a disturbing news. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. It's still on the Royals. Delaram, how are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much and I love you. Happy New Year once again to you. Congratulations. This year is going to be a year with plenty of lush and a year with, so much, restoration, progress and advancement. Thank you so much for being here. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell. I appreciate you guys so much. Report reaching us right now is that the Brazilian Seer has come from Brazil again to meet with the Ooni of Ife with a very disturbing news. And the information he brought is that the Ooni of Ife needs to work against time to bring these women out of the palace, because what he had said earlier, that time is drawing closer, that they are going to undo themselves to give the Ooni of Ife a very, very terrible image. Now, it's also important for you to understand and write it in bold letters in your consciousness that these are all alleged information. So, as long as we understand that, we go back to this. Now, if you remember a few months ago, the Brazilian Seer had come into the palace where he made mention allegedly of the fact that the Ooni will have to work against time to, separate the wives out. There is a gross level of animosity, envy, and a whole lot that is wrecking the palace, that if Ooni does not do that, there might be a situation that will, really be detrimental to the Ooni of Ife, that these women are unhappy with each other. The reason is because they do not think that everybody is working in the interest of, all of them being in the palace. And one of the major reasons why that was happening was because the Ooni of Ife himself was really marginalizing some of these women. Now, he gave them a solution at the time that for this not to come to pass, the Ooni of Ife will learn how to treat them equally, give them equal right, respect, equity, justice, and all of that. And that way, it will be easy for Ooni of Ife to separate them. And if Ooni of Ife wants to be happy with these women, that then needs to be separated. It was after that period that Ooni started, forcing these women leaving the palace, ensuring that happened. And it was after that period that he stated that he is ready to kind of provide the accommodation for them and pay for them, buy for them, and so make everyone happy, so they will know that he really loves and he cares for each and every one of them. So now, with all that being said, Ooni had stated allegedly at the time that he was not going to get into 2024 without Queen Naomi. Apparently, he gave himself a timeline, and that timeline has not been met, because as we speak, it's 2024 already. I do know that a lot of people are telling you Nami is in the palace, but from my own source of information, Nami is not yet in the palace. Well, I'm not telling you that others are not telling you the truth, because I do not know their own sources of information. So right now, this man has come back with a warning for the Ooni of Ife, letting the Ooni of Ife know that, he is getting close to that period where there is a negative wind blowing towards his direction, that he needs to work against time to ensure that the separation is done. Like a kind of, I don't know what to call it, deintegrate or something, get them to be in their various places so that that wind does not come to pass while they're still together. That if that happens, that might be detrimental to the Ooni of Ife, that Ooni of Ife needs to stand strong. Ooni of Ife needs to make a decision and stand by it. Ooni of Ife needs to work hard enough to make this happen. That when he stated the other time, he made it very clear that it will not be easy for this to be achieved because it is what it is. Like I told you, it is not easy to carry people's children and come and keep and then tell them, "Oh, make una pack, make una pack." It is not easy. So right now, the man came with a very disturbing news from Brazil that the reason why he had to run in to give this news is because he has seen that win that is coming, that it is not a good win. And so right now they said that made the Oni very panicky, like it was really disturbing to him. And Queen Naomi too is very worried. The reason is that people will say, why should she be worried? She is worried that, of course, you do know that she wishes the Ooni of Ife the best, if not for anything, for the fact that that man is Tadenikawo's father. And so if you do not, even if you don't think about yourself, you think about your son, because of course Tadenikawo's father needs to be okay. He needs to be well enough. He needs to be in, good health, psychologically and otherwise. So this is the situation of things. I wanted to bring you this update. I'm going to bring you more. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.